Hello everyone! Replacing the analog sticks on a controller board can be a pretty hard task. There's a lot of solder points to desolder, and removing the old solder can be very complicated. Especially because the solder that comes from the factory is not high quality. Generally, I use this tool to remove the solder. This is a desoldering pump, and it's pretty easy to use. Just push the button and it sucks up the solder. But working on so many points can be a bit annoying. You have to suck the solder from each point and then spit it out on a plate or a wet piece of paper. Because when you release the button, it will spit the solder that it just sucked up. And most of the time, it won't do the job correctly in the first try. As you can see here, it left a bit of residue in one of the points. And this small amount of residue will make the module become stuck. So you have to reapply the solder and use the pump again until it completely removes all of the solder. And this makes this task pretty annoying. It was then that I stumbled upon this tool here. It's a soldering iron tip, and with it you can unsolder all of the points at once. So I bought it and I've been using it for a while now, and I have to say this tool is a game changer. With this, all you have to do is heat it up and place it on the back of the module. It will heat all of the points evenly and you can remove the module in one go, saving you time and effort. Now you cannot use this tool alone. You must also have a soldering iron compatible with T12 tips, like this one. And I like this model a lot. It's powered through USB Type-C and you can run it from a power bank. To use it, all you have to do is remove the tip. The new tip fits perfectly in the slot. However, with my model, I wasn't able to fit the screw all the way in. The tip is a bit loose, but it still works. It won't fall off easily too, so I didn't care much. Next step is to heat your soldering iron. I like to use 300 or 350 degrees. It takes more time to remove the modules, but it's safer and you won't burn any pads. Then all you have to do is align the tip to the back of the module and wait for the solder to melt in all points. And as you can see here, it did a pretty good job. But now notice that some of the points are still covered by solder. You won't be able to insert a new analog stick module with the holes like this. And removing this solder can be quite hard if you don't have the right tools. The tip of your soldering iron won't fit on these holes. But here comes the trick. You can use the same tip to resolder all of the points at once. Just align the tip in the back and insert a new module from the other side. And then you're done. You change the module in a few minutes, and as you can see, it is perfectly aligned to the board. Now, the back of the board will be quite messy. It can have bridged points like this one, and lots of solder residue. But cleaning it is very easy. Just apply a bit of flux to the board, and use the tip of your soldering iron to absorb any residue. With flux, the residue will be attracted to the tip of your soldering iron or the closest contact point in the board. And it's already looking much better. I had to do this side here off camera because it was too close to the edges and I didn't want to melt the plastic. After you're done, add some isopropyl alcohol to the flux and rub it. And then the installation is done. You can reassemble the controller and calibrate the sticks. The isopropyl alcohol will evaporate very quickly, and it doesn't harm the components. So this tool is now my #1 recommendation if you want to change the modules on your controller. There is just one detail: it is only compatible with full-size modules like this one. If your controller uses different modules like these, you will have to use the old school methods of removal. But again, most of these modules are already Hall effect, so it's very unlikely you will have to replace any one of these. And that's it for this video. I'll be leaving the links to all the tools I used in the description below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.